Hello children, let me welcome you to the virtual class of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher. Children, we are in the middle of this COVID-19 pandemic, and because of that we are not able to go to school, but that doesn't mean we are going to stop learning. So we are going to do many lessons which are very interesting from your textbook through the virtual class here. So let us do a lesson in English today. Students, the lesson that we will be doing today is a lesson in standard 5th English, but we are going to do a scholarship lesson in English. Okay, so it will be lesson number 2 from unit 1. Now children, last time when we started doing unit 1, I told you that the first unit that we will be studying this year is vocabulary. Alright, and accordingly we did the lesson word formation last time. So let us move on and let us do the next subunit in the unit vocabulary. So for better understanding, I will call it unit 1.2, and the name of the unit is homophones. So we are going to learn about homophones today. So since this is a scholarship lesson, children, we will first try and understand what homophones are. We will look at various examples of homophones, and then we will try and solve a few questions in the pattern in which they will be asking in the exam. Okay, so these are some things that we are going to do today. I hope it's going to be a very interesting lesson for you. And remember children, towards the end of the lesson, that is when you finish watching this video, you will have to go to the description box and complete a few tasks. So what those tasks are, I will tell you towards the end of the video. So come on, let's start by understanding the concept of homophones. So first and foremost, like I told you just now, it is part of the vocabulary exercise. So vocabulary means what? Vocabulary means something to do with words. Okay, the use of words and knowing the meaning of words and knowing how to communicate using words well. So that is called as vocabulary. So under this umbrella of vocabulary, we are going to learn more about homophones today. So you must be having an idea about what homophones are. You might have learned a little bit about it in the lower classes. Okay, so come on, let's see what homophones are. So homophones is a word which is divided into two smaller words. Okay, so when I say homophone, so it is a combination of two words, homo and phone. So now what is the meaning of homo? Homo means same. Okay, and then phone means sound. Right, so when I say homophone, when I say a word is a homophone to another word, or two words are homophones, it means these two words have the same sound. So now in English language, children, sound is not the only aspect of a word. A word has got some other aspects also apart from the sound. So what are the other aspects of the word? So now homophones, we know that they have the same sound. So words that sound the same, but the other aspects could be different. For example, they could mean different things. Okay, the sound of the word may be the same. The way you hear the word could be the same, but the meaning of these two words could be different, and the spelling also can be different. So see, a word has got so many different aspects. It has got the sound aspect, it has got the meaning aspect, it has got the spelling aspect. So when we say homophones, it means the sound is the same, but the meaning might be different and the spelling also will be different. So such words, sometimes in twos, sometimes you can find these words in triplicate, that is there are three words. It could have the same sound, but the meaning of the word could be different and the spelling of the word could be different. Okay, now let us take a look at some example words here. So we have there and there. So the first thing I want you to do is look at their spellings. One there is T-H-E-I-R there, and the other one is T-H-E-R-E there. So see, they sound the same. Unless and until you look at the spelling, you will not know that these two words are different. So these two theirs have got different meanings. Let's take a look. See, one meaning of there is there, it belongs to them. So look at these balloons. There are 3 children. 2 children are holding balloons, and one girl is saying the balloon is theirs. So it is a pronoun. It is a possessive pronoun. Their. The balloon is theirs. Okay? And look at the other one. There means where? Over there, not here. So there it is a preposition. Alright, so T-H-E-I-R there is a pronoun, and T-H-E-R-E there is a preposition. So see, they belong to different word families also. Okay, so this is the meaning of homophones. So some words, they sound the same, they mean different things, and are spelled differently as well. Let us take one more example pair. See, where, W-H-E-R-E, where, and W-E-A-R, where. So one where could mean the direction, okay, and the other where means what? See? So yes, one where means the direction. Where do I want to go? See, look at that figure, standing and scratching his head and deciding where, W-H-E-R-E, where does he want to go. And the other one, the girl is wearing a jacket, W-E-A-R, where. Okay, so these are the two wheres. Now in this, the first where, W-H-E-R-E, is also a preposition, whereas W-E-A-R, where, that is a verb. Now W-H-E-R-E, where, can also be a W-H question word. Alright, so still it means that they belong to different word families. So is the idea of homophones clear to you? I hope it is. Alright, so homophones are what? They are words that sound the same, but they mean different things, and they spell differently also. Come on, let's move on and let us look at a few more examples. So see here, write, R-I-G-H-T, write, correct when we say write. And the other one is the act of writing, W-R-I-T-E. So the first write is an adjective, and the second write is a verb. Okay, let's take the next example. See, S-E-E-C. So that's a verb, and S-E-A-C means the samandar, okay, or the ocean. So that is a noun. So the first one is S-E-E-C, or look. Okay, another word for look. And then other sea is S-E-A-C, which means a big body of salty water. Let's take the third example here on the page. H-A-I-R, hair. Hair means the portion like threads on top of your head. Okay, and then you have H-A-R-E, hair, which is a kind of a rabbit. So children, these are a few examples of homophones. Alright, so you can always, since this is a video format, you can always have the liberty of pausing the video and looking at this and reading it a few more times. Let us take a few more examples of homophones along with their meanings. So see here, first you have the first one, new, K-N-E-W, new, and N-E-W, new. So the first new means I had the knowledge of something. K-N-O-W, know, and the past tense is new. I had the knowledge of something. Means I had an idea about something. And the other one, N-E-W, new, is the opposite of old. So you have an old bag which is torn now, okay, and it cannot be used. So your mama, she goes and she buys you a new bag. Okay, so old and new. Let's read the next pair of homophones also. So you have thrown and thrown. THROWN, thrown, means sent something through the air. So you must have watched matches, cricket matches, where they throw the ball. Okay, so that is thrown. THROWN, thrown. Then you have THRONE, throne. Now that is a special chair for a king or a queen to sit on. So that is THRONE, throne. And there are some more examples. Okay, I want you to read them and try and understand them. Pause the video, take your own time to read and understand this. So you have whole and whole, you have board and board. Okay, so these are all words which sound the same, but see, they have different meanings and they have different spellings as well. So this is a very, very interesting concept, like I told you, in English, children. So these are pairs of homophones. Now I told you sometimes homophones can even occur in triplets. Okay, that is about 3 words. You could have 3 different words which have the same sound, but their spelling is different and their meaning is also different. So come on, let's look at a few of those words. So you have TO2. Let's look at an example sentence here. The lady went to the shops. Okay, so where did she go? She went to the shops. Another word with the same pronunciation could be TWO2. Here it means, here are 2 sweets. So here 2 is a number. Okay, there are how many sweets? 2 sweets. And then there is one more word which is pronounced in the same way, but the spelling and meaning are different, and that is TOO2. So let's look at an example sentence here. Bobby loves chocolate and Sam does too. That means both Bobby and Sam, they love chocolates. So see, there are 3 words now which are homophones of each other. TO2, TWO2 and TOO2. Okay, so this is one more small additional point. We might not get questions based on this in the exam, but this is just a little bit of extra knowledge for you. Let's take one more example of 3 words which are homophones. So you have BY by, BUY by and BYE by. So see, the first by means close to. She lives close by, we say. Okay, she passed by the shop means she went close to the shop. She passed close to the shop. BUY by means to purchase, and BYE by is short form for goodbye. So instead of saying goodbye, you say bye. Alright, so these are 3 words which are homophones. So children, this was a little bit of background to what homophones are. Now, like I told you, our main intention while doing a lesson in scholarship is to take a look at the kind of questions that can come up in your paper. Okay, so once you have understood the concept, I'm sure you will be able to solve the questions also well. So let's take a look at the types or the patterns of questions which could be asked. So for a attempt for a question or a problem which will be asked based on homophones, you could have 3 kinds of questions or 3 types of patterns of questions. So let's take the first one, pattern 1. So they'll ask you to choose the word that sounds similar to the word given. So they will give you a word and they'll give you 4 options, and you have to look at the 4 options and find out and decide which option is the homophone of the word which is given on top. In the second pattern, pattern 2, you will have to select a pair of homophones. There will be 4 pairs which are given to you, and only one of them will be the right pair. Okay, the others will be close to each other. And then finally you have pattern 3, where you have to choose the correct sentence. So you will have sentences in which homophones are used, and these homophones might be all misplaced in their use. So you have to select which homophones have been used correctly. Okay, so once you get an idea of how the questions are going to be asked, you can be well prepared. So let us now start, children, with each pattern. So we will be doing around 3 or 4 questions in each of the patterns. Remember, now you can get more practice. The more you practice, the perfect you will become. So I have tried to give you a few sample questions here. Okay, now it is up to you to pick up any book, or you can go on to the internet and find out about homophones. Alright, so come on, let's go to the question solving part of the lesson now. Before we go there, let me repeat the instruction which I keep repeating always. I tell you that when you see a question, okay, when you see the options given, kindly pause the video there and try to find out the answer yourself. Okay, you can always play the video and check whether your answers and mine match. So that will be a kind of practice for you, and that will also make this lesson interactive in its own way. So come on, let's start with pattern 1, example 1. Choose the word that sounds similar to the word given. So which is the given word now? The given word is allowed. A-L-O-U-D. Now remember, children, when you're doing an exercise on homophones, your own pronunciation should be correct. Okay? If your pronunciation is, a little bit not right, then you might get into a wrong answer. So, allowed. Let us see what are the options that they have given us. So, is it load? Is it allowed? Is it allot? Or allow? Okay, so quite simple. Once you know to read the word loudly, when you read the word loudly, now in the examination hall you cannot read it loudly, so you can read it in your mind and check the pronunciations, you know which one is the right one. So out of the 4 options, which is the right one? Yes, it is option number 2. Okay, so wasn't this simple? So once you know the concept, once you understand the idea, then it is very easy for you to answer these questions. Let's come to the next one. Choose the word that sounds similar to the given word. Same pattern, pattern 1. You have the word fair. What is the word? Fair. F-A-I-R. Fair. See the options. So you have fear, you have freer, you have fair, and you have fire. So as I'm reading this, you know which the right answer is. Yes, so which is it? It is option number 3, fair. F-A-I-R, fair, and F-A-R-E, fair are homophones. Okay? Next example over here. Example 3. Choose the word that sounds similar to the given word. So you have the word wait. W-E-I-G-H-T, wait. The 4 options go like this. So you have W-H-I-T, white. V-E-G-E-T-A-T, vegetate. W-E-T, wet. And W-A-I-T, wait. Okay? So this is quite simple again, but remember I told you, if your pronunciation goes a little wrong, then the answers also could be wrong. For example, let me show you the answer first and then we will discuss. So you have the 4 options and option number 4 is the right one. But some people say my hair is wet instead of saying wet. Okay? So if there are slight pronunciation errors like this, then you might get confused. Otherwise the answer is W-E-I-G-H-T, wait, and W-A-I-T, wait are homophones. Okay, let us go to one more example in this type. So choose the word that sounds similar to the given word. Again, the same pattern. Now, which is the given word? It is worse. W-O-R-S-E. Worse. So you have the options worse, worst, where's, whereas. Okay, once again, worse, worst, where's, whereas. Simple answer, it is the first one, worse. Now remember children, there is a very slight difference when you say a word with W and when you say a word with V. Okay, but then that is not very noticeable. That is why we can still count these two words as homophones. Alright, so these were some examples from pattern 1. Let's move on and let's do pattern 2 now. So, what is the question? Read the heading always. Read the question properly. Try to understand the question. Choose the correct pair of homophones. So there are some pairs of homophones here. You have to read them, try to say them in your mind and decide which is the right pair. So the first one is flew, flow. Second one is rich, reach. See, there's a small difference in the E sound. One is a small E, rich. Other one is a long E, reach. Then you have fair and fear. Fair, fear. Last one, night, night. So yes, which is the right pair? It is pair 4, night and night. Now one more thing which I want you to look at and try to understand here, that see, it is not necessary that homophones always start with the same letter of the alphabet. So night starts with the N letter and the other night starts with the K, but the K over there is silent. Okay, so by looking at a word you will not be able to decide whether they are homophones. You will be able to decide whether they are homophones by saying the word. Okay, by checking out or by concentrating or focusing on the pronunciation of any word. So this was example 1 in pattern 2. Let us take a few more examples. So choose the correct pair of homophones. Again, pattern 2. Yes, so we have below and blue. You have a right and right. Ear and O. 8 and at. Okay, yes, so obviously simple answer. Which is it? It is answer number 2, right and right. We also saw some of these words when we were looking at examples. Okay, so RIGHT, right, and WRITE, right, are homophones. Come to the next example here. So we have some more pairs of homophones. Rose, roos. 8, art. Rose, rose. Meet, mate. See? So which is the pair which sounds the same? It is pair number 3. Rose, R-O-W-S, rose, and R-O-S-E, rose. Alright, let's take the last example in pattern 2. So let me repeat the question for you once again. Choose the correct pairs of homophones. So here are your options. SIGHT, sight. SITE, sight. LOSE, lose. LAWS, laws. TAIL, tail. TELL, tell. SWEET, sweet. SWEAT, sweat. Alright, so come on, let's take a look at the answers. Yes, it is answer number 1. So these were the examples from pattern 2. Let's take a look at pattern 3 and some of its examples. So you have to choose the correct sentence over here. So you will have to read all the sentences that they're given you carefully and try to find out which one is the right one. So these could be a little tricky, okay? So come on, let's try to doing the sentences together. So these are the example sentences. Let me read them one by one. He was the one who won the match. He was the one who won the match. Now see, this is the second one, okay? I'm reading all the sentences. If I do not read the numbers, then you will not know which sentence I'm reading because they all sound the same. Third, he was the one who won the match. And the fourth one, he was the one who won the match. So see here, I told you it is tricky, but it is easy because we know what homophones are, right? So which is the correct answer? It is option number 1. Why? Because he was the one, O-N-E one, who won, W-O-N, won the match. And the others, if you see, many of the words are repeated where it shouldn't be. So the first one is the right option. Let us go to the next example, but before that, let us see which are the homophones which are used here in this sentence. It is O-N-E1 and W-O-N-1. Okay, let's move on to the next example and let's read the sentences. She can see the sea clearly. So see here, S-E-E-C is repeated. So can you see the sea? I don't think so. Let us go to second one. She can see the sea. Yes, this seems to be right. Anyways, let's take a look at the other two also. So you have she can see the sea. So the noun is given first and the verb is given afterwards. Then she can see the sea. So yes, like we decided earlier, the second one is the right answer. And then let's go and see what are the homophones which are used here. It is S-E-E-C and S-E-A-C. We have seen this also in the examples that we did, and I told you S-E-E-C is a verb and S-E-A-C is a noun. Alright, let us take the next example here. So again, choose the correct sentence. So let us take a look at these sentences. Oh God, now this also looks very confusing. Meera ate, A-T-E, ate sweets at 8 o'clock. Oh God. Look at the next one. Meera ate sweets at 8 o'clock. Third one. Meera ate sweets at 8 o'clock. And the last one. Meera ate sweets at 8 o'clock. Confusing, isn't it? But no, it's simple. So let's see which is the right answer. Yes, it is the third one. Meera ate. Meera ne khaya. How many? 8 sweets. 8 mithaiyan. At 8 o'clock. 8 baje. Okay. So this is one more way you can do it. You can translate it into your mother tongue. And you can decide which is the right one. Alright. Then let's go to the last example that we have. But before that, ATE8 and EIGHT8 are homophones here. The last option in choose the correct sentence. The auto charges 40 rupees as fare to the fairground. Option 2. The auto charges 40 rupees as fare to the fairground. Option 3. The auto charges 40 rupees as fare to the fairground. Option 4. The auto charges 40 rupees as fare to the fairground. So what am I doing? I'm just telling it in different styles, but it sounds the same. So you will have to read it and look at the spellings and try to understand which could be the right one. So what according to you is the right option? It is option number 1. The auto charges 40 rupees as fare. Fare is bhada. Okay, to the fairground. Fair, जहाँ पे मेला लगता है, that kind of a ground. Alright, so like I said, you can always say this in Hindi or your mother tongue. Say the sentences and try and see which is the right one. So children, this was the interesting exercise on homophones. We looked at what homophones are, we looked at various examples of homophones, and we also looked at the type of paper exam question patterns which can come up in your exam paper. I will leave you with one more small exercise which is going to be your homework. But before that, FARE fair and FAIR fair are the homophones used here. So what is your homework or assignment? I have given you a lot of words here. Okay, you have hail, need, none, nose, pray, not, weak, tail, would, hair, which, male, might, right, eye, pale. So some of these words we have seen now during the course of this lesson. Some of them might be new to you. So you write what are the homophones of all these words. So if you do this also, you will get enough exercise on homophones for today. Okay, so that was all about homophones. Now I will give you certain instructions about how to solve the tasks that you have to do after you watch the video. So children, now you have watched the video. So after you watch the video now, you will have to complete a few simple tasks. Now you might have watched the video on your computers or your laptops or your mobile phones. Now after you watch the video, what will you do? You will please go to the description box which is given below the video. So what is the description box? See, the description box looks like this. Alright, and after you go to the description box, you will see that there are a few questions there. Now what are these questions about? These questions are about the lesson that we just learned or the video that you just watched. So what will you do? You will think back properly about the lesson and you will try and answer these questions and note down the answers in your notebook if you want. Okay? After that, we have another task waiting. You will also click on the link which you will find in the description box to fill up the Google form. So now what is the Google form, children? It is nothing but a simple form. There are a few simple questions there about the video which you just saw and also about yourself. So these are the tasks now that you will have to complete after you watch each video. So children, wasn't that a very interesting lesson? I'm sure you learned a lot of new things in this lesson. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my video so that you will get to see all the videos which I keep posting regularly.